If you're someone who grabs a cold slice of leftover pizza from the fridge for breakfast in the morning, then you're in the right place. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and I'm going to show you how to make pancakes in the morning. First, we're going to start with these supplies. The ingredients you'll need are some flour, some sugar, baking soda and salt, milk, an egg, some vanilla, and some butter. Then you'll need a large mixing bowl, a spatula, a whisk, a scooping cup, some non-stick cooking spray, and a pan for cooking. So first I've started by heating up the pan on the stove to a medium heat, and now we're going to start turning all these ingredients into some pancakes. So I'm going to start with the flour. Here I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add that to the large mixing bowl, and then I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of sugar. And now I have 2 tablespoons of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to whisk all of those dry ingredients together. And if you're not planning on making a large breakfast, or if you're just cooking for yourself in the morning, and you don't need this many pancakes, you can split your dry ingredient mix up and put them in little baggies, and then you can just take those little baggies out and mix in an egg and a little bit of milk so that you only have 2 or 3 pancakes instead of the 12 that this recipe will make. So next I'm going to make a little well in the center. So spread out the dry ingredients towards the edge of the bowl so you have a little hole in the middle of your dry ingredients. And then we're going to crack the egg right into the center of that well. And then you're also going to add the milk into that well. You make this well so that you can mix together your wet ingredients a little before you combine them into your dry ingredients. So now I'm going to add in the melted butter. And now you mix all of that stuff together. And after this is done, and if you don't want just plain old pancakes, you can add in blueberries, or you can add in chocolate chips to just spice up your pancakes a little bit. And now I like to add just a little bit of vanilla flavoring just to give it a little bit more flavor. And whisk all that together too. Now that we have our mixture, I'm going to come over to our hot pan, which again is about medium heat. And I like to have about a medium size pancake, so I'm going to use about 1/4 cup of mixture. And before I put that in there, I'm going to spray with some non-cooking sticking spray so that my pancakes don't stick to the pan. And in about a medium to large size pan, you can fit probably 2 pancakes at a time. So I'm going to take this scoop and just pour it right on into the pan. And now we're going to wait for those to cook. And you'll know that it's done when you see bubbles coming up through the whole entire pancake. You want to wait until there's bubbles coming up in the middle too, so that you make sure your entire pancake is cooked through. And now I'm going to get my spatula ready. It's a lot easier if you have a large spatula because it's hard to flip a pancake with a smaller spatula. Now I can see the bubbles start to form, so it's almost time for them to flip. And if you have your stove setting on too high of a heat, then that's going to be a problem when you're cooking your pancakes because the bottom of it is going to cook way too fast and the rest of it in the middle isn't going to cook fast enough, so you're going to have a burnt outside with raw inside, which is not something that you're going to want. So now I see bubbles all throughout the middle of the pancake, so I'm just going to take my spatula and just flip it right over. Now I'm going to wait for the other side to have a nice golden color to it, and then they'll be ready to serve. Now I like to eat my pancakes with a little slice of butter on top and some maple syrup, but you can have them any way that you like. And if you feel that one side of your pancakes aren't cooked enough, or if you feel like you flipped them too soon, then you can always go back and flip it back to the first side and cook it until it has the color and consistency that you like. So now we're done with our pancakes, and I hope you don't grab a piece of leftover pizza from the fridge in the morning anymore.